For students with a vision impairment, there are a range of options for magnifying and viewing content that is being displayed by the teacher on a student device in real time. Some schools are using products such as VNC, Splashtop, and others. However, these products can have difficulty working within the department's network. They can be difficult to set up and they can come at a cost. The screen sharing function in Adobe Connect is one option that all teachers have access to. It's easy to set up and it's free. The first thing you need to do as the teacher is create an Adobe Connect meeting room, which your student will join. To do this, you'll need to visit connect.schools.newsouthwales.edu.au. And you'll need to log in with your department username and make sure to put @DETNSW on the end. You can then select the blue Create button and choose Meeting. Type your name in the top box, and you can also add a custom URL if you like, such as Mr. Allen, which can be useful for the student if they're using this with different classes throughout the day. Now leave all of the other fields blank and choose Next. Okay, and then choose Next again. Select Do Not Send Invitations and choose Finish. You now have the link to your room, and it is a good idea to save this somewhere in your favorites for easy access later. To launch the meeting, you just need to click on the link. Once you're in your Adobe Connect room, you should see the Share My Screen option in the middle of the screen. But if you don't, you just need to go up to the top to the Pods menu, and you'll find it under Share. So select Share My Screen and choose your desktop and share. You can then open any documents or web pages that you wish to share with the class on the smartboard, and the student will see this on their device. Now let's see what this process will look like for the student. Firstly, if the student is using a laptop or a PC, they will need to enter the teacher's meeting URL into their browser. In this case, it's connect.schools.newsouthwales.edu.au and /Mr. Allen. The student can enter as a guest and select Enter Room. They may be prompted to download the Adobe Connect add-in the first time they do this, which would be recommended. Now you will see the teacher will also be prompted on their computer to allow the student into the Adobe room. You can see now that the student can see the teacher's smartboard and what's being displayed, and they can then adjust their settings on their computer to magnify or invert colors to suit their needs. If the student is using an iPad, they can download the Connect app from the App Store for free. The first time they use the app, they will need to enter the teacher's meeting URL and then select Next. They will then select Guest and add their name. It will then remember these details, so it will be easy for the student next time that they start the lesson. The teacher will also need to accept the student into the meeting room. The student can then see the teacher's screen, but will only be able to view and not interact with the teacher's content. The student can then use the inbuilt accessibility features of the device if needed, such as zooming or inverting colors, for example. If you have any difficulty with Adobe Connect, you can follow my guide, which will be included in the video description, or you could contact Ed Connect for additional support on 1300 32 32 32.